God dang, people. Now here I was thinking I was gonna get ahead of the game by coming up with a video about how the Straw Hats will be able to escape Egghead Island, and it was gonna be so good. But you snooze, you lose. I waited too long, and now Oda came out with this chapter, and well, let's just say it's gonna be quick. But before we get into it, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. We up early putting out One Piece videos for you guys. So make sure you guys support the channel. Let's get straight into it.
Hey, listen!
So the chapter picks up in Fuchsia Village. That's right, Luffy's hometown. And they're reacting to the newspaper. They see that Garp is now lost in action, and they're freaking out about it. But of course, Whoopslap is trying to calm them down. Of course, Whoopslap has known Garp for a long time because Whoopslap is an OG in the game himself. Shout out to Whoopslap, the mayor of Fuchsia Village. Makino also chimes in here. She's holding her baby. She's saying, listen, we're just all a little on edge after Garp. And on top of that, my baby is starting to notice what Luffy looks like in the newspaper. And bruh, this is crazy, right? Just imagine how these people in Fuchsia Village feel. Like, they're normal people, but Luffy, Garp, Ace, Roger, like, these people from the East Blue that are supposed to be regular people go on to absolutely shake the world to its core. So these people are a little bit traumatized, and I'm sure they're probably excited as well. And we even get a panel of Dadan here getting emotional for Garp. Of course, you know, Dadan has a close relationship with Garp, as Garp dropped off Luffy and Ace to train with her in the mountains. So shout out to Dadan. From here, we get a couple of different panels from the East Blue, South Blue, West Blue, North Blue. All are being affected by an earthquake and the tide rising. So whatever is happening in the world, Luffy Kingdom, has affected the entire world's ocean. We don't know what it is yet, Luffy Kingdom, but we'll see. From here, we cut to the Grand Line. We see Laboon. We see Iceberg in Water 7. We see Hina and the rest of the Navy. And we see even Momonosuke. They've all taken notice. From here, we cut to a Marine squadron or a world government squadron that is going to the site of where Luffy Kingdom has disappeared. And they've taken notice that it's just a giant hole in the ocean, right? It's very, very similar to what's going on at Eni's lobby. So I don't know what's going on about that. I might make a video, so stay tuned about that. But right now, it's just a giant hole that the water is pouring into. It's not expanding anymore. It's not collapsing in on itself. It's just a hole. Pretty spooky. Directly after that, we get more panels of the world freaking out over the tide rising. Of course, we go to Kamikaze Queendom, where Ivankov is making a comment that the tide has never been this high before. And the narrator even explains that some people's homes were extremely flooded or sunk completely. And somebody's saying they have a shark in their house. So this is a global scale emergency. From here, we cut to Egghead Island, and of course, we see the Marines sitting outside Egghead Island, ready for a siege, ready to go in there and grab Straw Hat Luffy by the scruff. The narrator explains to us, he says they've surrounded the island with more than enough power to surpass a Buster Call. Now, I appreciate Oda for this because he's putting it in perspective for us. They've got 20 warships among them. They've got 30,000 Marines. Way more than it takes to do a Buster Call. On top of that, it takes 9 Vice Admirals and Admiral Kizaru to go after Straw Hat Luffy. Now, I feel like they're still not giving him, the full respect because, when Whitebeard pulled up on them, it was, all 3 admirals, all the vice admirals, all the Marines. let's take on Whitebeard. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not the same energy. They don't put Luffy in the Whitebeard category, nor should they. But Luffy's getting there. Make no mistake. We see that one of Vegapunk's sea beasts weapons makes a move. You know, it starts to mobilize, but before it could do anything, Kizaru laser beams the hell out of it and destroys it in one shot. Now, Kizaru gets on the Den Mushi with Sentomaru, and Sentomaru is saying, hey, listen, the next time you do that, we're prepared. We're gonna have to retaliate. And Kizaru, in his regular trolling fashion, is saying, oh no, really? What am I gonna do? While eating a bowl of soba, this man Kizaru is telling Sentomaru straight up, can't you just make it easy? Just come out here and surrender. We can't get around the fact that you guys researched the Void Century, so unfortunately, it is what it is. Now, Sentomaru is very upset and very disappointed. You know, he looks at Vegapunk like a grandfather, and I'm sure he has the utmost respect for Kizaru as well. These are two people that Sentomaru have looked up to for a long time. So, unfortunately, Sentomaru has to come to the realization that Kizaru's here to kill Vegapunk. It just is what it is. It's not CP0. It's not somebody more nefarious. It's your homeboy. We cut to a next page where St. J. Garcia is getting an update from Doberman, which I didn't know that Vice Admirals could talk to the Gorosei, but I guess the Gorosei can talk to whoever they want. And Doberman's giving him the reality of the situation. Doberman's saying, listen, we don't know what happened with the cipher pulls. We don't know what's up with the situation in Egghead Island right now, but it don't look good. And Jay Garcia is basically like, all right, it is what it is. Let's just keep it on the low. But he says, make no mistake, track down all the workers and employees of Egghead Island that escaped and eliminate them. Unfortunately, we're treating them like Ohara, and if they have any evidence of what happened in the Void Century, we have to eliminate them. God, these people are ruthless. Doberman even mentions Jewelry Bonnie being on the island, and Garcia's like, listen, we really don't have any use for her anymore, but, you know, she's just a little girl, so I guess you can leave her be. Jeez, you're really, really compassionate, I guess. One person out of the thousands on this island you let live is Jewelry Bonnie. Okay. Directly after that, they get a transmission from Egghead in which everybody in the world government that has a black Den Mushi can tap the line and listen in. So, of course, they all listen in. They get a call from York herself explaining that she really doesn't appreciate what the Gorosei are trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? She went out of her way to tell her about Stella, what's going on, how he's been researching the Void Century, and they try to kill her on top of that. Now, to them, they see it like, listen, you're a Vegapunk, so let's not act like you're not a part of this research as well. However, she's saying, listen, if I was interested in the Void Century, then why would I rat to you all about it? Now, they're like, listen, I'm sure CP0 is going to pay you a visit or something here soon. And she's saying, listen, since I'm the one calling you, I'm going to let you take a guess as to what happened to CP0. But the Seraphim are under my control. So let's just get that back in perspective. So York is really taking it to them here. And she's telling them, you got a fleet outside my island. And it seems like you're trying to wage war. You're coming off a little strong. And they have a change of heart, quote, quote. And they're saying, listen, if you can replicate the Mother Flame, then everything's all good. Of course, the Mother Flame is obviously the ancient weapon technology that Vegapunk was able to replicate. They want to now use York to be able to replicate it again. York, being a Vegapunk, sharing the same information through Punk Records, obviously will probably be able to do that. And York tells them, you know what? Fine. If you can give me what I want, the power station that I need, the laboratory that I need, the materials that I need are here on Egghead Island. Come in, storm the island, do what you have to do, but don't touch any of those things, and I can get you your Mother Flame. And she says, listen, I still want to be a Celestial Dragon. That hasn't changed. So don't forget that. And of course, the Gorosei are like, well, you know, that can be arranged. So they get on with it and they strike a deal. Unbeknownst to them, on the other side of the phone, before she gets off of the phone, she screams in agony saying, "Save me. Straw Hat Luffy is here and he's going to kill me." On the other side of the phone, we see that Zoro has a knife to her neck. Usopp is holding the dead Mushi, and she has been forced to say these words. Yo, we get a full panel of the Straw Hats returning to the scene here, complete with CP0 members, Vegapunk in the background, and yo, they are just looking like real deal pirates here. We're getting a little bit of dialogue, and Nami saying, "I see everything's coming into focus." And Luffy saying, "I don't really know what's going on, but if we just use her as a shield, we should be good, right?" I just love the mentality here. Bonnie saying, "So that means we're under siege." Like, these people really don't have the gravity of the situation in any kind of understanding at this point, but it doesn't matter. They're shaking the world. But that is the end of the chapter. We are on break next week, so we're definitely going to have to talk about some stuff going on. But what did you guys think of the chapter? What do you guys think of the Straw Hats' triumphant return? And like I said at the beginning of the video, I was gonna make a full video on how the Straw Hats were gonna be able to defeat York, find out a way to stop her, expose her. None of that matters anymore. We flashed over to Hachinosu for a couple of chapters and flashed back, and the Straw Hats have already defeated York. So, oh well, you snooze, you lose, but I still might make a video on it in the future. We'll have to wait and see, but make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, because we need to get back in that algorithm. Yo, this has been your boy, your brother from another mother, Sifu that guy speaking. I gotta go to work. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.